The sun sets at 4:30 here. Welcome to Ouray, Colorado.
You probably have noticed this white material here. That is called calcite, and it comes from when water flows through layers of limestone. They built this at a 1% grade so that the water would flow out gently, and the very heavy ore carts at this level on the tracks would roll out mostly under their own weight.
We went in quite a ways, had a little presentation, told us about the hardships of the miners.
I was afraid of the rodents coming after me.
Of course you were.
Not that there was any present, but there was evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, didn't you see the evidence when we walked into that one room?
No, the mouse poop?
Yeah.
No.
And that just kind of ruined it for me.
So you're just looking out for them the whole time?
Almost. I was scared. Got my hands in my pocket just in case.
What, did they get you your hands off or something?
You know what I'm getting in my pocket?
You're just going to climb up here and run into
I
your
will
pocket.
probably have nightmares.
They used a lot of explosives in the mine, and in the early years that meant black powder. Black powder was pretty risky stuff, and I sure wouldn't want to be sitting next to a tin full of it like this. It would come in big tins or kegs. It had a reputation of being easy to set off, even with static electricity. So the men were very happy and readily adopted a new, more powerful explosive called dynamite. Dynamite was invented by a man named Alfred Bell, a Swiss gentleman, and it was much more powerful yet safer. You have to really mean it to set it off. So he was a bit annoyed that some people were misusing his life-saving, safer explosive to say weaponry. Instead, what he did was he changed his own legacy and rewarded people with misfortune if they worked towards peace instead, and that's how we got the Nobel Peace Prize. You have to trust your coworker, and you're going to be what you are. If you got hit, you might be mad at him. You might accidentally, on purpose, hit him back. So, this other guy, though, you have to be very good at this, because you're doing this in some very dismal, lighting conditions. You're doing this as hard as you can to hit that squarely. And they're doing this without the benefit of electricity. They're doing this kind of work before they had the power tools. They had to see what they were doing, and they often used candles because they were relatively inexpensive. Not free. They had to buy these things themselves along with their tools, not at the company store usually. So I'm going to show you how they work. Long 12-hour shifts. And how do you even see to hit that and not miss and injure your coworker? These candles will brighten up just a little bit, and your eyes will adjust some, but this end of the rod here, how do you even see that to hit it? Well, you have to have at least one or two more candles strategically placed. They didn't use a whole bunch of candles left lit all over the place because they had to pay for these themselves. They leave one lit on the opposite wall over here, and then that would shine this direction. Then they have another one planned on their ordinary cloth hat. Now these candles, those were also their primitive oxygen sensor. If they got short flame, that meant that the air was excessive. You can't find them again, they'll get them lit, you're in deep trouble. How do you find your way out of here? Well, if you can find your tools, use those that feel your way. But you have to be very aware of your surroundings. There are open mine shafts. A person could fall down hundreds of feet to their death. All right, could you flip on the light for me? Oh, here. I'm teaching you again. You played right into my bag.
Watch your head.
See a couple chips there, maybe a couple hard heads.
Maybe. It is kind of. Yeah. Wow, look. I wonder if bears go up in there at night.
I doubt it.
Well, I guess more. Don't get here. Maybe. Oh, that area off. That's the other one. Okay. Oh, down. Too long.
Have a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How are you doing today, guys?
Good.
Well, good's good. Fearless on the chalkboard here. Food menus in this bucket.
It swings.